Atishi has now taken oath as the new Chief Minister of New Delhi, and our main focus is of course on what really will be the major issues plaguing the people of the national capital. After Arvind Kejriwal's resignation, Atishi has taken oath as the new Chief Minister of Delhi. Along with her, AAP leader Gopal, Kailash, Gahlot, Bharadwaj, Imran Hussain and new entrant Mukesh Alawat have also taken oath as Delhi ministers. With this, Atishi has become the 17th woman Chief Minister in the country and the 3rd woman Chief Minister of New Delhi after Sushma Swaraj and Sheila Dikshit. With the swearing-in ceremony out of the way and the cabinet also on Atishi's side, all eyes are on the major shift in the administration of India's capital. With the new government assembly elections around the corner, Delhi continues to face major issues such as waterlogging, which we've seen in the past few months. We've also now anticipating pollution in the upcoming months. There is a perpetual issue of water shortage, garbage, traffic and other such road snarls. The bigger question here is the leaders are embroiled in political one-upmanship. Who really will come up with a plan of action at least until the next set of elections? What really is it that the people of Delhi will choose once they go to cast their vote again next year? I take this conversation forward. I have with me Dilip Cherian, Image Guru with us, Ramakant Gaur, lawyer of the Supreme Court with us, Sumit Peer, political commentator, and Ellen Rao, former DCP, Special Delhi Police, also with us on the broadcast. I want to take this conversation one by one with all of our guests. Let me begin with Mr. Dilip Cherian. Mr. Cherian, a new government or rather a new administration, certain new faces now in place. The Aam Aadmi Party for the past couple of years has truly been struggling. The problems of Delhi, however, are not a couple of years old. Given that they have decided to put in now Atishi as the Chief Minister of New Delhi and the fact that we are looking at elections in February next year in 2025, what do you think need to be the set of priorities for Delhi's new Chief Minister?
I think for a start, we need to cheer the fact that we once again have a woman at the helm of a government, which is something that requires cheering for 1 minute, whether it's in Finland, whether it is the rise of Kamala Harris. I think it's good to see women holding up half the sky. The sky is quite disturbed. Delhi has the same set of problems that it has, as you said yourself, been mired in for years. And the advanced version of that trouble is the fact that Delhi, despite having been allowed the privilege of pretending that it is a state, is still pretty much under the rule of the Lieutenant Governor. Does a state and a city of this size not deserve a fully functioning Chief Minister? Is there a set of problems which can be solved by the city on its own without huge central support? The answer to both these is no. As far as pollution is concerned, I think Atishi has less excuses than anybody else because the neighboring state is already also under her political party's rule. But as far as problems like waterlogging and things, in the last 6 weeks, I don't think that we have seen as much waterlogging pictures of urban centers as we have from across the country. So whether it's Mumbai, Ahmedabad, or a host of other cities, we have seen massive urban problems as far as water logging is concerned, given the state of the monsoon. But as I said, there are a whole bunch of problems. Unfortunately, many of them are tied up with needing central government's clearances, signatures, which I believe is unfair and is not the way that chief ministers ought to rule. And I think that we are in a situation where we have high expectations from a new woman at the helm of a city which is headed for elections in 6 months.
Okay. Dilip Cherian, at the same time, as far as the coming months are concerned and the message that the Aam Aadmi Party has now sent out, what do you make of that? This was the correct message for the Aam Aadmi Party, given that they did wait for Arvind Kejriwal to be granted bail by the courts for him to step out and then for the party to take this decision rather than him stepping down while he was still behind bars.
He could easily have done that and given her a longer runway to rule. There's no doubt about that. But having done that and having been able to get this matter underway, I think Atishi has very little time to prove herself. And as I said, she unfortunately has to work squirming under the thumb of a lieutenant governor.
And at the same time, Dilip Cherian, will Atishi also have to then somewhere think about or focus on, or rather the Aam Aadmi Party as a whole, on who really will be the chief ministerial face as far as the next elections are concerned? What really then becomes the role of an Arvind Kejriwal? Is he there to guide the party till the court case is going on? And will they continue with Atishi? Are those questions that the Aam Aadmi Party will have to answer truly in the coming months? And do you feel that those could have an impact on what the voters feel?
The citizen of Delhi doesn't care. He and she both want quick solutions because Delhi is an impatient city which has been suffering under a whole bunch of problems for a long time. And I think that as far as citizens are concerned, as far as the person going to vote is concerned, she does not really care whether Atishi is being run from behind by Arvind Kejriwal or not. That's the problem of the Aam Aadmi Party to solve. That's not the citizens' problem.
Okay, and lastly, Dilip Cherian, do you feel that somewhere, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party, what do you think could be the first message that they can perhaps give out once Atishi is now taken over? Because like I said, we are anticipating a major problem of pollution in the coming months. Somewhere around late October, early November, that's when we start grappling with a fresh set of problems in the national capital. Can the Aam Aadmi Party, or should they focus on sending out a very strong message as far as pollution in Delhi is concerned? Because in the past, of course, we've seen, despite their government being in power in Punjab, they have not been able to deliver on their promises as far as pollution in Delhi is concerned.
Unless Atishi is badly advised, she will not go about tilting at windmills that she cannot control. She must recognize that this is a problem that is bigger than hers, and she must make the noises. But what Delhi needs at this point of time is the feeling that there is a chief minister who is willing to listen, not needing to cough, and is able to provide a sense of comfort to the citizen who has been feeling abandoned for the last many months thanks to not having a chief minister.
Okay, Dilip Cherian, I'll come back to you in just a moment. Let me bring in Mr. Ramakant Gaur into the conversation as well. Mr. Ramakant Gaur, as a citizen of Delhi yourself, sir, what are your expectations now from this interim government that has come to power today?
My expectation is very simple. What they promise, they do it. They are focusing on freebies. If I see the court orders for last 6 months, they had no finances to pay the MCD employees their salary. They had no funds to allocate books to the MCD schools. Third, we have seen flood-like situation in Delhi. They were conducting meetings till June, and no meeting, and it is a matter of record, no meeting could yield any kind of results, and we saw South Delhi, East Delhi and various part of other parts of Delhi flooded with the rainwater. So what did they do? They were focusing on distributing freebies, claiming big things, creating hoardings on every nook and corner of the city, making claims, and when it comes to the giving books to the related kids, they say CM is in jail. So they have, every time they have new excuse. Mr. Cherian has rightly pointed out this is since this is capital, they have no, they have less powers. Chief minister should have the state chief ministers like power. All right, but whatever powers you had, what did you do with that? What is the amount? What is the quantum of your expenses on advertisement, and what is your expenses on books, MCD officers' salaries, education, waterlogging issues, and other numerous issues which every Delhiite is facing every day. Atishi is not a new face. She has been in active politics for more than a decade. She has been a responsible minister. So it is a matter of pride that we have a youngest chief minister, women chief minister, undoubtedly well educated, no questions asked. But what is their performance? What has been their performance? That's always a questionable thing, and that needs to be addressed by Atishi in her tenure, though it is short, as chief minister. She needs to address that.
Okay, and as far as some of the upcoming challenges are concerned, do you have any expectations from the Delhi government and from Atishi as the Delhi chief minister? Do you feel that once again this year all the Delhi walas will get is just politics over pollution?
As a Delhiite, I need drinking water, proper cleaning, proper drainage, and basic infrastructure, which is missing. And in the coming months, we are going to face pollution. So they have to do something. Yes, I have a lot of expectation, but I am pragmatic about her tenure and the availability of finances. She is also a finance minister. She is holding finance portfolio as well. She has the paucity of funds, but in spite of spending it on their hyper claims and advertisements, they should spend on the infrastructure of Delhi so that at least we have some solace.
Okay, all right, Ramakant Gaur, I'll come back to you in just a moment. Let me bring in Sumit Peer into the conversation as well. Sumit, your expectations as a citizen of Delhi from its new chief minister?
Devika ji, thank you for having me on your show. Well, honestly, it's a mixed bag. I'll tell you why. Because I'm not sure what the outcome is going to be. In an ideal world, we have a 43-year-old young lady, dynamic, Padhi Likhi, as the youngest chief minister of Delhi. My congratulations to her from being sworn in as the youngest chief minister of Delhi. I'm with her for all the achievements she has got in 10 years as of political life. But my challenge is, why is Atishi there? Is that there because she is going to become the fall guy of Kejriwal? We know the cabinet ministry's meeting did not happen from February to this month. Abhi 10 mahine ho gaye, lagभग 7-8 months. No cabinet ministry's meeting has happened. There's a pile of lot of work which has been pending. The finances are in a mess. There are allegedly 6 to 7 scams which are pending, which the chief minister has to answer. And with all the fiascos going on, Mr. Kejriwal has conveniently walked out of the position, has given you a face to point your guns at, and now this is the unfortunate lady who is going to take the fall. I saw Atishi as an upcoming leader in our party. Now with this promotion, at times, you're promoted just to elimination. Promotion is not always for your growth and stability. Promotion is just for elimination. After these 5 months, take my word, Devika ji, I'm telling you today. After 5 months, if courts gives Mr. Kejriwal the respite, he will be the chief minister's face. If courts do not give him the respite, Mrs. Kejriwal, that is Mrs. Sunita Kejriwal, will be the chief minister's face. And this time Kejriwal ji is not going to do a mistake. He will have a son or daughter also as a MLA, so that there's a backup within the family. Now, what is Atishi going to do? Unfortunately, she is going to take all the fault. She is going to take all the blame. And people, what rightly my co-panelists have said, she is not new to politics. People will say, "Bhai, aapka to 10 saal ka experience hai. You have been a minister. You are having 15 to 18 portfolios to handle. 18 portfolios. Party has 63 MLAs. You don't trust anybody with the portfolios. Now, I think it's the opportunity for Atishi. Does she want to be under the shadow of Arvind Kejriwal and our brand of politics, or does she make it an opportunity wherein she makes her own brand of politics? Look, Yogi Adityanath, his own brand of politics. Modi ji, his own brand of politics. Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari, even Rahul Gandhi's own brand of politics. Now the option for Archie is, does she want to be under the shadow of Kejriwal, or she does something, she proves something that, look, this is Archie, this is my brand of politics, this is what I
Yes,
can do.
but Sumit, does she have the time to do that? Realistically speaking, does Atishi have the time to do that? Because like I
Correct.
said,
I'll answer
this
that.
was probably not even a very tough decision for the Aam Aadmi Party, because listen, Arvind Kejriwal came out of jail and they were wanting, rather, or they have said it in passing, that let's hold early elections in the national capital. But we all know it, we're already in September, we're expecting elections in February. So of course campaigning will also begin sooner rather than later. So is there enough time for Atishi to really prove herself as the chief minister?
Devika ji, answering your question realistically, answer is no. That is why I said I have my appearances, because she's going to be, unfortunately, the fall guy. The only upcoming leader, a female leader in Aam Aadmi Party, will be eliminated by this virtue. That will pave the way for Mrs. Kejriwal to come in the limelight. Honestly, she doesn't have the position, she doesn't have the power, finances are in mess, a lot of things are there. Let her go to the office. She was tomorrow getting calls from CBI, ED, ye file do, ye kagaz do, wo query do, wo statement do. Up till today, they were saying we don't have a chief minister to jail mein, and the fact remains they wanted Kejriwal to continue. But after the court put so many restrictions on Kejriwal, they had no other option. They thought that the government might be dissolved, the assembly might be dissolved. Just for the fear of keeping the government intact, they put Archie there as kind of a, I would not say a rubber stamp, but as a kind of a Rabri Devi kind of a scenario, what Arvind Kejriwal has done. He could not put his wife because she is not MLA. So she put Archie and he wants her to control the things. Ultimately, I don't think she has a lot of time. She cannot do much, though capability wise she is there. But unfortunately, if I look at her track record as a Jal Mantri, remember the days when she was doing dharna, ki bhai Delhi mein pani nahi, and she was hospitalized. And next day there were so many rains, it was all flooded, including her mandal where she was doing the dharna. So when these kind of things are happening, the Delhi walas want, Devika ji, you and me want governance. Look, Modi ji had a model of governance. Yogi has a model of governance. Amit Shah had a model of governance. Even Rahul Gandhi has his own brand of politics. Where is that brand of politics? What is that 1, 2 or 3 things? You cannot do 15 things. Can you pick up 1, 2 or 3 things and deliver on that? Okay, these are the 3 things in my agenda. I'm going to deliver in next 5 months in that. That will cement your political stature as an alternate to Kejriwal and the emerging leader. But can you do that?
If the Aam Aadmi Party were to pick that right now for Atishi and for themselves to somewhere regain the trust of the people of Delhi, that yes, they do care about Delhi, therefore they've taken this step, even though the elections were just 5 months away, and let's face it or not, the chief minister was in jail for the past many months. So it's not like the city was not running. Of course, there were a lot of problems that the people were facing, and the Aam Aadmi Party's first message right now after Kejriwal's release is that we are trying to at least bring people accountability back into place, that you can hold a person in a position responsible and accountable. That being done, if Sumit, the Aam Aadmi Party were to do something like you said, 1 or 2 things, what should they prioritize as per you as a citizen of Delhi?
I have 3 things in mind which impact everybody's life. First is, come up with something tangible on pollution. You will not wish away pollution, but if you can reduce it by 20-30%, and please don't come up with that odd even yaar, wo bahut ho gaya. Don't come out with the same crap. One is that. Second is, work on the infrastructure of Delhi, decongesting of Delhi roads, because traffic is becoming a nightmare. Third thing is, can you ensure water supply and government schools run properly? Do these 3 things. That would be good enough to prove your mental as an administrator, as a chief ministerial candidate. Bring those reforms. You have the power. You can do it. Forget what Kejriwal's brand of politics is. Don't listen to his sermons every day. Atishi ji, this is your time. You can be another, Sheila Dikshit or another Indira Gandhi in making if you want to take this opportunity. Else, these 5 months in your life will never come again. I might sound bitter, but this is politics. These 5 months will never come again. This is your time. Do you want to become the Hanuman, or do you want to become what you are? And after 5 months, sorry, you will be discarded. You will be given up some chota mota ministry, and Kejriwal will again call the shots. I am very sorry for the lady, because I at times believe she is competent. She is a wrong person, right person in the wrong party. But in politics, parties are not static. Parties are not constant. If you make your own model, if you make your own stamp, Atishi ji, you are a potential leader of India. Look at a national level and call your shots. forget Kejriwal, forget Aam Aadmi Party, look beyond that, reach out to the people, do people's work. आप ये तीन चीजें करिए, do just these three things, deliver in 5 months, and you have a runway to, on of your own. That's my take on this.
Okay, I want to bring in Ellen Rao into the conversation as well. Mr. Rao, your first thoughts, sir, and your recommendations to the Delhi government, what is it that they now need to focus on?
Yeah, Devkaji, good evening, and to all your viewers, and congratulations to Aam Aadmi Party new Chief Minister, who is said to be the youngest Chief Minister of Delhi. And the priorities which have been enumerated by Mr. Sumit Peer, and these are very important. And in addition to that, the most important aspect of that is that the infrastructure of Delhi. What actually at the end of the day, what Delhiites want, they want their living should be normal, peaceful, and there should not be any problem. That is the priority. And then these challenges before Atishi, and though it's a very short period of 5-6 months, but she has to prove her worth. No doubt, I agree with Mr. Sumit Peer that she has worked. Is a good person at a bad party, and whatever is there, that is her wish. And if she can deliver all these things which are required by these Delhiites, and that will be her greatest achievement. And most important will be the water, and the coming up time is pollution. Well, pollution will be after this Diwali, definitely every year we have to see, and no concrete roadmap has been shown for that, except this blame gaming by Aam Aadmi Party to other parties, like that the Aam Aadmi Party's general complaint is that they are not allowed to do work. That is, I don't think that is correct version, because there are so many other things which are directly under the power of the state government, that CM of Delhi. They can do it and deliver it, and people will judge their capabilities. Only blaming that Lieutenant Governor is not going to, is not giving them free hand to do all these things. That is not the only excuse. That is, I don't think that is, जो कहते हैं ना काम नहीं करना तो बहाने मारने, वो वाली बात मैं समझता हूँ. But recently, if we can see, because it's also a matter of fact that from the month of February till now, there's nothing has been done by the government, and the only blame that Kejriwal was inside jail. This time, this chief minister, new chief minister could have been made in February this year, and then when the Arvind Kejriwal went to jail, then that would have been another scenario, because this Atishi would have been having much more time for doing all these things, and to think about the further roadmap to welfare for the people of Delhi. And now let us only see, hope, and see what is best can be done. The priorities had been enumerated by Mr. Gore also, and the other co-panelists. Then these priorities are to be taken. Apart from blame gaming, only blame gaming will not do any benefit of the people of Delhi. Then we have to show our strengths. We have to show the party, that government and the Atishi government has to show that they are upright from other things, and they don't only blame the other Lieutenant Governor or BJP and so many other things, but they have to deliver. And I think that if she also go to this line of action, definitely she can be a successful chief minister, and I wish her best of luck during this remaining period. But so far as I think that she might have been made a scapegoat. If something goes wrong, then she will be blamed that she could not deliver the goods, and then again the people of Delhi will be asked to form a new government for that.
Okay. All right. Mr. Ramakant, I'll bring you back into the conversation, as I'd asked Sumit Peer as well. Your thoughts, if someone just has about 4 to 5 months to really prove their worth and win the trust of the people once again, what would your suggestions be beyond the people require drinking water, etc.? When we're talking about in practical terms, what do you want, or what would you expect the Delhi government to now do to show that yes, they are serious about looking after the people of Delhi?
Devkaji, definitely, if the Delhi government is serious about the welfare of the people, they should not only base on the freebies. They should do something concrete for the benefit of people. No doubt the freebies are able to get them in power. No doubt, it's everybody knows that. But
Right.
only freebies will not be doing that. Something concrete on the ground has to be shown, and this water, this clear drinking water, and road safety and other thing, that water logging problems, and the problem of this coming problem of environment, and this all these things should be taken on priority. And if the government really has a will to do, definitely it can be done, because government has powers to all these
Okay.
things. They have all ministers, and the other these departments are under them. Only required is that the willpower by the government.
Okay, I want to take the same question with Mr. Ramakant Gaur as well.
Whole government system is rusted. And this is what has been observed by Delhi High Court in paragraph 35 of the recent order, that they say no important decision is being taken because constitutional posts, the people holding constitutional posts are not taking decision. So this rusted machinery has to put back into motion. One. Because if this machinery is put to motion and the bureaucracy is given the chance to move, then at least decision-making process would take place. One. Two, by pursuing this, they deal with basic primary, like my learned panelist has already pointed out. If they take few priorities and then they do really something on the floor, because this is also election year. So if they do something on the floor, then obviously they'll be actually giving or doing good to the public service, like waste management. Waste mountains are actually their heights are growing, though they are claiming something different in Haryana. They do something good for education, because policy is already there, launched by central government, by Delhi government. Their policies are so good. But what is missing is implementation. So as I said, please do what you said. What you promised, please do that. We are not expecting anything more. We are just looking for the basics. The basic infrastructure is moved. You may be doing very good for some people. When you say free electricity, free bus, what is for people who are on the road, who are inhaling polluted air, who are struggling with the waste every day, who are dealing and struggling with drinking water problem. There is paucity of water. You have already made hyperclaims about the presence of tanker mafia in Delhi.
Right.
That tanker mafia exists, and they are actually dominating. So that tanker mafia is not eradicated. So what is required is, you promise something, please do it on the ground. Otherwise, you have no business here.
Okay, all right. Dilip Cherian, leaving the last word with you. As far as the upcoming politics of all of it is concerned, how do you view the BJP now using this opportunity?
There's no doubt that the opposition has an opportunity here. I think that the sympathies of the citizens of Delhi are with the youngest chief minister we've had. She has to prioritize what she can do, deliver, and the BJP, which really has an opportunity to throw a whole bunch of allegations on her, would be better off politically if they were to just sit back and watch what's being done and hold the AAP government to account, because now we're literally in the last few months of the run-up to elections. So less screaming, more action, more support, and the city will actually look at you as a possible option. Otherwise, no.
Devika, can I make a small point?
Right. Sumit, last word to you, please.
I think the two things, if Archie has 5 months and if I'm Archie, bring pollution down by 30 to 40%, that is within your range. Make MCD working smooth. That is because pollution is, visible to everybody. Pollution changes will be visible to BJP voter, Congress voter, AAP voter. And if the MCD works fine, A lot of things in
So
Delhi will start falling
bringing
in place.
pollution down at this point might be easier than making the MCD work. Fine, that's a good one that you've put out for the Delhi government there. But successive governments have failed to make the MCD work. But hopefully, perhaps the intention can be put out to the people of Delhi by its new Chief Minister Atishi.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.